Introducing lift control in Primo 2026.2. Lift control is a specialized access control solution that manages and restricts lift usage, ensuring that only authorized individuals can access specific floors. There are multiple use case scenarios in which lift control can be implemented. In this example, we will examine the use case of residential apartments. In our use case, Bob is a resident in a multi-story residential building, Lifestyle Apartments. Lifestyle Apartments is a building with 3 below-ground parking floors and a ground floor lobby area. The rest of the floors have several apartments per floor, and the top floor has a gym which some residents have access to. The building has 2 lift shafts. One lift provides access to the lower floors, the parking floors, and up to floor 11 including ground floor. The second lift is for the upper floors, floor 12 to floor 18 including ground floor. We have already configured the lift for the upper floors. So let's see how easy it is to add the lift for the lower floors. Click Add to start the lift creation wizard. The lift is named Lower Floors. The lift is in the Lifestyle building that we have already created. Our starting floor is -3 for the below-ground parking and the last floor for this lift is 11. Select the floors that you want the lift to stop on. Any floors not selected will be bypassed. Select the reader which is mounted in the lift car, which Bob will present his credential to enable buttons for the floors he has access to. Choose the I/O devices that will be used for the lift destination control. This step shows which I/O device controls which floors and how many of its relays are in use. You can use the arrow controls on the left to change which devices are mapped to which floors. The lift creation wizard automatically creates floor groups for every floor, one floor group for all floors serviced by this lift and an access profile containing the full access floor group. This auto creation makes user access configuration much easier. You can choose not to auto create one or more of these elements. Review the summary and go back to adjust if necessary. Click Submit to create the lift. The lower floors lift was successfully saved. Now that our lifts are created, let's assign Bob his access rights. Bob is already enrolled and a resident of an apartment on the 11th floor. All 11th floor residents have access to parking level 2 and the lobby. Bob also happens to have access to the gym on the top floor 18. To assign Bob his access rights, we could add each element individually. A better way would be to use an access profile and add anything that falls outside of the profile separately. Let's add an access profile called Floor 11 Residents. We need to add the access groups to gain entry to the lobby entrance and the parking. We also need to add the following floor groups: Parking Level 2 and Ground Floor Lobby from the lower floors lift, and Floor 11. Submit the Floor 11 Residents access profile to save it. Now there is an access profile ready to be assigned to all Floor 11 residents. Let's add Bob's access permissions by going to the Access tab on his record. Navigate to Access Profiles to manage the profiles that Bob will be assigned. Add the Floor 11 Residents profile. Submit the changes to save them. Bob now has access to floors 11, Parking 2, and Lobby. But Bob also has access to the gym on floor 18, so this floor has to be added separately. Going to the Floor Group sub-tab and using the Manage button, we can add floor 18 from the upper floors lift for Bob's gym access. Residents don't automatically belong to the gym, which is why we can't add this floor to the Floor 11 Residents access profile. We have to add it separately as a floor group instead. Click Submit. That takes care of Bob's access to all the floors he needs, as well as access to the lobby area and to the parking booms. We have now assigned Bob his access rights. He can gain entry to the lobby through the front door. He can also get through the parking boom and park at his designated spot on Parking 2. From Parking 2 or the lobby, he can access the lower floors lift to reach his apartment on floor 11. All this access is defined in the Floor 11 Residents access profile. Bob can also get to the gym on floor 18 using the upper floors lift.